I am about to give you the answer to your problem. Well, I'm going to give you the first step to solve your problem. The biggest issue when working with tech troubleshooting is you don't really know what to Google because you don't know what could possibly be up. And then you have to get it specific to your device and your combination of technology and your tech stack. So I've got a few options for you on why your audio is out of sync. Now you can run through these options, Google them, and see if any of them solve your issue. It could even be a combination of multiple of these factors, so don't rule out any minute changes as you go. This is the problem I had for a while. You have multiple media sources feeding in, so you've probably got software like OBS that I'm recording in right now, and you have a camera connected to it, and then you have a microphone connected to it separately. You're not using the onboard camera. So my problem was that my microphone had a very short cable feeding into my laptop, and my camera had a very long cable, I think it's like 2.5 meters, linking into my OBS. So it just factually takes longer for the data to feed through on the write speed to the recording device. So by the time the audio has got there, the camera is like a little bit behind. So what you can do to solve that, I can tell you, is you change the milliseconds on the audio mixer of OBS if that is the software you're using. If that's not the software you're using, go look at the solution for your device. If you already recorded and you recorded either separately or on a camera where you haven't really fiddled with the settings very much, this could even happen with a camera where you use the onboard microphone, but you have set up your editing project for the wrong gigahertz for the audio you used. This one's most evident when your video starts off with the audio in sync and then as time goes on, the video drifts out of sync. So typically you need to make sure that the gigahertz of your audio or your bitrate or whatever, make sure it matches the camera to the software. You need to have the recording and then the post-production process matching. There are ways to fix this. You can sync up two different endpoints and then drag it so the speed is different. This works in minute chunks. It doesn't necessarily work when you're doing like multiple hours of recording. Another option is if you're using wireless systems, then maybe you have just got too many signals interrupting in the airwaves, so you need to make sure that your audio devices are on different channels and different frequencies to what's going on around you. If you're unlucky, you may need to close the distance between the transmitter and the receiver, but usually these things are designed to account for that and they can be fixed in post otherwise. If it just fully is not recording properly, then you're probably getting interrupted by other signals. Like when I walk through Manchester city centre, my Bluetooth on my headphones just generally stops working around Piccadilly because it is too full of tourists. You also need to consider if your device is good enough for the job. You may be overloading your CPU, just giving it too many things to do at once, especially if you're recording a game and on Discord with your friends and you're live streaming at the same time. It's definitely not all going to work if you have a potato from 2008 that you're hearing the fan going ugh. Even me with a really high-end, up-to-date, almost new MacBook, this thing sometimes overloads the CPU. But I like purposefully try to kill my devices, so don't worry about that too much. And then the final one is possibly just outdated software. Check that you've done all your updates. Make sure that you have the newest version of everything you're working with, including your firmware for your recording devices, not just the computer you're feeding it into. Now, I don't know how many options that was, but that was a list of ways you can check that your audio is out of sync. Remember, some of these can work in tandem with each other, and they may not be happening in isolation, and you need to look up the very specific instructions for the devices that you're using in combination with how you're using them. So check out the rest of my channel to see if there is an option that may help you there, and if I don't have a video for it and you can't find a video for it, then say that in the comments below and I will try and fix your issue for you in the future. So like, subscribe, have a nice day, goodbye.